Everybody, Matthew and Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to week 4 of Gorkamorka narrative campaign. Not gonna dance.
I'm not much of a dancer.
Not much of a dancer.
No.
Don't get on the dance floor and you're like...
Pretty steady beat. Yeah,
I know.
You've done this before, sir.
Maybe. I used to do all the rave clubs. Yeah, not really. But anyway, I'm really excited for this week, if you can't tell, because I actually get to play. Because we're going to be doing Digganobs versus the Desert
Squigs.
Desert Squigs. Yep. I'm like, it's been a couple weeks since we recorded one of these. Actually, it's been like 3 weeks.
Since I've been able to be in one, yeah.
Yeah, and since I've actually done one too. Because we missed the past couple weeks due to illness and other stuff. But that is what it is. So I'm really excited because I get to play Digganobs. Now, the way that we did this, obviously I'm playing it as an NPC, so I don't have any mob progression. It didn't even, I gave one of the trucks, I gave the truck some upgrades based on how Lee actually created them. Lee is fantastic, and he made an entire Digganob squad. It's about 320 mob rating, so I'm able to kind of scale it to what we need to do. I've also got a Muty squad with at least a couple hundred mob rating. That'll be in the next video, which will be in the MiniWarGaming Vault. That'll be a Muty attack, which will be a lot of fun too, because they're totally different than this.
I'm pretty happy. I haven't looked at the Muty rules a whole lot, but I'm glad I'm not facing them.
Yeah, you're glad to face the Digganobs. Yeah, the Digganobs are essentially humans who want to be orcs, and they're the ones that live in the pyramids with the Necrons. And they come out and they kind of try to act like orcs. In the whole campaign, they work differently, but in the game themselves, there's not too much of a difference, except they're all toughness 3. Other than that, their stat lines are pretty much the same. Now, we are going to be changing the movement rules starting this week. We're actually going to change them back to the original Gorkamorka rules. It's funny, as we've progressed, I've come to appreciate more of the original rules. When I first read through them, it felt like they needed a lot of changes. And there's definitely some things that needed to be updated and changed, especially like the income system, if you actually want to make any teeth. But we're going to go back to their original movement rules, which we'll talk about once I show you the table so I can demonstrate it. And so I asked Josh how much he wanted to face. He had a choice. He could go as low as the same mob rating as himself, and he could then go as high as what I was able to bring. And so he wanted, of course, the higher I go, the more experience his guys get, even if he loses. And so he decided on the 21 to 25 bracket, which gives him an extra 4 experience per guy if he loses, and 5 if he wins. Yes. And your guys are all souped up, whereas my guys are all noobs. So that gives me more guys on the table.
Well, they seem souped up, but I still got a bunch of youths.
Yeah, that's true too.
Still a good chunk of youths in the list.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a look at the Digganob and his mob as well, so you can see where we're at. And then we're gonna be playing a scenario We Was Here First, where there's the scrap markers all over the table, and we're both gonna go for them and try to get them. And I will, even though I'm an NPC, I will still prioritize scrap counters whenever it makes sense. Like, I'll pretend that I care about the scrap counters to make sure we kind of get what would appear to be a normal fight, because we're not going to have progression with these Digganobs. And then, of course, once you're done watching this one, there will be other Gorkamorka battle reports in the video description below for our Vault members. Now, one thing I should point out, if you got the special offer during the first week, that link won't work. You need to go to MiniWarGaming.com/downloads. And that's where you will find all of the new stuff. Because some people have been like, hey, I've been clicking them and it's not working. And that was my bad, actually. I should have been more clear that you go to MiniWarGaming.com/downloads to get the Vault ones if you signed up for that special offer during the first week. And of course, you can go to MiniWarGaming.com/Gorkamorka to download our custom rules, which keep changing. And also check out other resources there for it. So let's take a look at the mobs and the scenario. And here we have my mob of Digganobs. Once again, Lee made this. There's actually more than this, because I wanted to be able to have some flexibility and what that could bring for the NPCs, and in case we wanted to bring more or just different. So the Digganob works Diggamob works a lot like the Orc mob. The campaign-wise, they function a little differently, but basically all that you know about Gorkamorka so far, a lot of it can be translated. Just when you look at these guys, they've got a toughness of 3 instead of a toughness of 4. And that is about the only difference in this case. And so we have a Digganob, and he is armed with a Slug-a-Chop of Flak, and I think he's got grenades as well, or stick bombs. And then we've got just 3 Diggaboys, and one's got a huge Choppa, one's got Slug-a-Choppa, and the other one's got a blunderbuss, so it's good at short range. And then we've got a bike with a guy with a slugga and crack stick bombs. And we got truck number 1 right here, and it even has this cool canopy thing. It's got 2 boarding planks because it looks cool, and a reinforced ram and an heavy shooter. with obviously a boy manning that and a boy driving it. There's actually no spanners in this. They don't require to have anything to take care of their vehicles. And that's actually a disadvantage they have in the campaign, because they have to go to Mech Town even for their basic Gubbins upgrades. And then we've got another truck over here with a twin-link Scorcha with a boy and another boy driving. And so that's a lot of fun. And this whole thing is in the 21 to 25 over the other mob rating, which will give him the advantage there when it comes to experience points afterwards, but obviously gives me an advantage when it comes to just number of guys. And then over here we got the Desert Squigs. I know you may not be able to see them because of their camo, but they are there, I promise. And we're going to walk through this because there's a lot of different upgrades that they have at this point. We need a refresher because we haven't seen Josh for a little while.
There's a whole bunch.
So let's go over the most important stuff. Let's start with this truck. What upgrades does this truck have?
That truck, the
track,
shooter upgrade for the rocket on it.
So the shooter gives it sustained fire?
No, it's the +1 strength.
Oh, so not more DACA. More shooty, you're right.
Yeah.
So +1 strength. So it's a strength 7 rocket launcher now.
It is.
Which is pretty awesome.
Driving that, we have Ugrat, my spanner, who's been with me since the beginning. So
well, he's not a grot, he's an orc.
No, he's Ugrat.
Ugrat! Yeah. I thought you said he's a grot.
No.
I'm like, no, he's not a grot.
Ugrat the spanner.
Ugrat the spanner. I'm like, wait a second. That's some serious camouflage there.
Flak armor and a slugga, and then +1 leadership when he's driving. Then we've got my gunner, Schnockgob. He got a bonus for his weapon skill, so he's weapon skill 4 and 2 wounds. He has -1 movement with his injured leg, but he's never really been out of the truck.
Yeah,
not worried about that. He re-rolls to wound when he's shooting, and he's -1 ballistic skill to shoot at.
Oh wow, so he's harder to hit. What about this other truck?
So the other truck, my buggy there, has the Ardor upgrade.
So +1 armor all around?
You bet. And the spanner there, nothing really special. He is up to weapon skill 4, though.
Well, that'll matter in a fight if he gets boarded and he's all alone. And then we got your knob.
The knob has a ton of upgrades. So Rotskob, he's up to weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, 2 wounds, initiative 5.
Whew.
He's got his heavy armor, huge choppa, and a shoota. And his shoot is at +1 strength right now.
So it's a strength 5 shoota?
Yep.
Awesome. Any other upgrades on him?
That's him.
What about this guy?
That's youth number 2. I haven't named him yet.
Youth number 2.
Nothing really special. He's got his shoota, and he's -1 ballistic skill to shoot at.
Okay, so he can dodge. And what about these two guys?
The other 2 youths. So we have one youth with the 2 choppas, flak armor, and he is slippery. So if he's captured, he's not captured.
Okay, so captured counts as full recovery.
And he's -1 to shoot at as well.
Ooh, so he likes to dodge as well. You got a bunch of dodgers here.
Well, it's camouflage.
Oh, right. It's the camo. It's the camo pants.
It's finally working.
It's the camo pants.
The other youth there, he has his shoota and flak armor, and he is toughness 4, 2 wounds.
So he's regular toughness then. Oh no, he's youth, so he's up to toughness 4.
He's up to toughness 4, so that means when he
becomes a
grows
boy.
into a boy, he'll be toughness 5.
Yeah, that's right. And 2 wounds. So he's a tough little youth. And that is your mob with a rating of 180, is that correct?
180, yeah.
Yes, and then my mob had a rating of 204 or 203, something like that. So we need to discuss the new movement rules, or as I should say, the old movement rules. And this only affects models on foot. Essentially, there's a couple things that we're doing. One is that we're reducing the movement of guys on foot down to 4, just like they originally were. This has been after some feedback, but also just, we did the one chase, and it felt weird that guys could keep up with trucks. Which they could possibly if the truck doesn't thrust, but other than that, they shouldn't be able to keep up with them. And the second thing is, then the way that they run and charge it's back to the original way. So this guy in the movement phase, he can move 4 inches, or he can run 8 inches. So he doesn't run in the shooting phase, but he is not allowed to shoot if he runs. And he can charge by moving 8 inches into base contact with an enemy. And that's also in the movement phase. So there's no way to shoot and then charge. So this will really nerf guys on foot, which I think is important for this because it'll make the vehicles that much more important. It'll also make just the distances that people can cover, because you could have moved 6 before and then charge on average another 7 inches. That's a 13-inch movement right there, when the original Gorkamorka only had you moving 8 inches. And so I am going to go back to that. It's funny, the more I play Gorkamorka, the more I am reverting my change rules back to the original ones. I don't think I would revert all of them, but definitely I'm starting to appreciate more of how the original rules worked. Now I know that was just 2nd edition 40K, But for Gorkamorka specifically, because the game was designed around that, it's if you change one thing, it snowballs into having to change so many other things. So we are going to do that now. So as we play, hopefully you'll see how that works, and I'll try to explain it a few times for the first few times. For the rest of the campaign, we should be sticking to that. Rolled off, and Josh got to place his mob first. Basically, in Wee Was It Your First, you roll off, and the winner gets to choose a table side, and then deploy his mob wholly within 8 inches of it, and then the opponent deploys wholly within 8 inches of the opposite one. So we've got his buggy with his knob, and then the youth, and then the driver right there, and then his track, the rocket launcher, with his guys inside, the other youths inside of that one as well, getting ready to grab scrap. And I then deployed on the opposite end. My knob is inside of the truck with the sunroof, because they need to be protected from the sun, because they're not orcs, even though they'd like to be. And so this desert is actually quite toxic to them, so they need some shade. And so the knob gets to drive in that one. And then over here we've got the other boys, Digganobs, with the faster little buggy, because it's got plus 2-inch thrust, thanks to its faster upgrade. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it has that. And the twin-link Scorcha as well. And then our little war bike as well. I should point out that on each of the 2 trucks, or buggies, that the gunners each have crack stick bombs, and the drivers each have frag stick bombs. And so if for some reason they're not able to use their guns, then they have a backup plan, at the very least, when they get close. Although I think that when this guy gets close with his Scorcha, he's not going to be wanting to use his crack stick bombs. But we'll just have to wait and see. So now we roll off, and the winner gets to go first. I roll 3, and you roll 3. A reroll. 1, 2. You beat it.
Twice as good.
Twice as good. So you get to go first then. So, Desert Squigs, turn 1.
Start with my track, and he's going to go and not do any turns and just move up his 6 to right there. Buggy over here is going to start by going forward 3, and then just a slight turn, and then go forward another 3, another slight little turn. Boy with the shooter is going to jump off.
So side, on the side.
He can jump off either side or this side?
Either side, or the back.
So
Not the front, otherwise he gets run over.
He'll go there and then move his 4 up to be base with that.
Yeah, so this changes things a little bit, because if you run 8 inches and get in base contact with scrap, you get to pick it up. So it helps a little bit to grab scrap, because you get to move 8 inches to grab it rather than just 6 inches with their older rules. That's it for your turn?
I'm going to call you a cowardly grot.
Well, I gotta hear you do it.
Issue a challenge, you're cowardly grot.
That's the best orc voice you could do?
I can't do an orc voice.
Do an orc voice, man.
You want to go deeper?
Yeah.
You're cowardly grot.
Oi! What you call me?
Oh, that really hurts my throat. I accept! The You're Cowardly Grot is a scenario-specific rule that basically the knobs can challenge each other. Once the challenge is accepted, the knobs cannot shoot at anything else except them or the vehicle they're in. It doesn't stop them from charging whoever the heck they want. So basically this nerfs my Slugga and it nerfs your Shooter to only firing at each other or the vehicles that we're in. And that challenge ends, obviously, when one of them dies, or if you get into close combat, then it immediately ends. On to my turn. The bike's going to go, and it's going to take a free thrust after... No, it's not going to... It'll turn slightly. I'm going to thrust forward another 6 inches on a 2+. Make it! So it goes up to here. It's going to attempt a turn, leadership 7, which he makes. So he's just going to turn slightly like this. Then he's going to thrust forward another 6 inches to get into his crack stick bomb range on a 3+. He got it. So up he goes.
Uh-oh.
And then my little buggy with the Scorcha is going to move up here, turn slightly, and then it's going to thrust ahead 8 inches on a 2+. Woohoo! And there he goes. It's going to attempt a turn, leadership 7. He fails. When you fail a turn after a thrust, you move forward d6 inches and your move ends. So 3 inches. Boom. This buggy gonna move up 6 inches and then turn to face your guy over there. And then we're gonna have the Diggaboy disembark and move 8 inches to pick up this scrap. Right, I gotta go back to that. I'm gonna have the Diggaboy with the blunderbuss try to get off this truck, but it thrusted, so he has to take an initiative test, initiative 3, which he fails. So he just falls on his face. On a 4+, he takes a strength 3 hit. He does not. He just ends up, sorry, right beside the truck where he was going to be. I was going to have him run up to grab this scrap, but no dice. So the Evi Shuda from the truck is going to fire all the way over at your big old track there. Full auto. We got full auto. We got 2 sustained fire dice for the Evi Shuda, and he gets only 2 shots, but no jams. So I hit on 4s. I didn't thrust. I just used my regular ballistic skill of 3. 1 hit. So first we got to do the hit location, which is 3, which is your gubbins. Do you have gubbins on that truck?
That truck does not have any gubbins.
Well, then it's an engine hit, which is kind of dangerous because you don't have extra armor on that truck, right?
I do not.
So it's a strength 5 hit against armor 10. The engines are armor 10, so you get a 5. No, you're lucky. The boy in the bike is going to huck 8 inches a crack stick bomb, which gets hot and has vehicle busta. But he thrusted, so he's hitting on 5s, and a 1 will be, gets hot. Oh, he hits!
Oh,
we got
no.
a 6. A vehicle busta, it hits a vehicle D3 times. 3 times, uh-oh. So hit locations, we got 3 of them. That's a reroll. Oh, 2 engines, and the crew, which will be your knob. Now, thankfully, your buggy has extra armor. So you're armor 9 for your crew, so I need to roll 3 or higher to 10, which I do. See, the result is a 5, which is the crewman is hit by shrapnel, which we're doing a strength 4. Toughness of your knob is just 4, right?
He's 4.
Does he have 2 wounds, though?
He has 2 wounds.
Oh, so he'll be fine. So force to wound, nothing.
Attaboy, Ratscob.
Then we got the 2 hits against the engines.
You resolve one at a time?
Well, we'll just roll them both and resolve them one at a time, because it doesn't really matter, right? And so, strength 6 against armor 11, though, so we need 5s. Oh, you're
There
lucky.
we go.
Back to Josh's turn.
Yeah, we're going to start with having the buggy go... I'm going to do just the full 6 ahead.
And then turn.
And then...
Oh, turn like that. You don't want to try to ram me head on?
No.
No, don't
I'm
feel
not scared
like
of the bike. The boss is jumping off the side of the vehicle.
And then, I'm going to charge my buggy.
Yeah, he's going to charge the buggy.
Go for it. 8-inch charge. You know you're already in range.
Yep.
Just go. You have to get to the side, which you do. And now you have to pass an initiative test, but you're initiative 5 because you're awesome. Once you get on there.
I'm super awesome.
I am in trouble. So go ahead, initiative 5 test. Oh, you failed it! You failed it! Oh no! Oh no! So on a 4+, you take a strength 3 hit. You take a strength 3 hit, which wounds you on a 5. Which, roll
That's
again.
a reroll.
Roll again. Does not wound you.
I'm going to have the buggy thrust. He's going to try to go forward 4 inches.
On a 2+. 2! You got it.
There.
So you gonna try a turn? Or is he happy with where he is?
He's happy where he's at.
Track goes
Track. Move up to there.
You want to turn it all?
I'll turn ever so slightly.
You do every shooter at me, I do rocket launcher at you.
And you're just out of range of your rocket launcher, so you want to thrust forward?
He is going to thrust forward, yeah.
How far?
Let's say 2.
2 inches. 2+. Whew! 2+ rolls have never seemed so terrifying until you try to thrust with the vehicle.
Let's start with the rocket going into your truck.
Okay, now you thrusted. Do you have a bonus ballistic skill on your gunner?
He does not have a bonus ballistic skill.
Wait, you don't have a ballistic skill 5
He's a
gunner?
fighty gunner. He's got 2 wounds and weapon skill 4.
It makes total sense. So he's hit on a 5. Oh, nothing.
Gonna have my youth go full auto with the shooter into that bike.
How many shots?
Come on, 3.
2, not bad. You're hitting on 5s because you're just a boy, or you're just a youth.
Just a youth.
Nothing.
Slugga on my spanner there. Gonna shoot into the buggy.
And he thrusted.
Yep, so looking for a 5.
That's cocked. Do it again. Nothing. And that's it for your turn. So both of us have just been slapping each other in the face and not doing any damage. Just shooting or missing or shooting and hitting and doing nothing. So really nothing has got any damage so far, even though I've gotten hits with a heavy shooter and with a crack stick bomb into a vehicle, and then all your stuff just totally missed, including the knob with an addition of 5. What's up, knob?
This is going poorly.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back to the Digganobs. This Diggaboy right here is gonna move 4 inches because he's running 4 inches because he's moving half distance carrying the scrap. And the buggy is gonna go forward 6 inches. Boy with the blunderbuss, he's contemplating coming after the knob, but I want scrap, so he's gonna run up here and grab the scrap.
Coward.
I'm gonna try to maneuver this bike that's 1 inch, and then a 45-degree turn, and then 1 inch with another 45-degree turn. And then I'm gonna take my free thrust to go right there, and I'm gonna declare a chase. So I'm gonna be chasing your buggy, so I get to shoot in your shooting phase as well as my shooting phase if I'm still behind you at that point. And I'm not gonna try to turn and then run into you, because that would be bad.
Come on. It'll be fun.
Shunt does 0 damage to you and 1 damage to me. Hey, get your stinking paws up. Here we are. Beep. Beep. Turn. And I think I want to go back a little further to maximize. Yeah, there we go. That'll get maximum coverage on your buggy. And then it'll be I think it'll still be a 4+. Oh no, that fully covers your base. That's why I wanted to back up, try to get the fatter part of the template. So there we go. He's fine where he is. Now this does mean that if I fail to kill you, you get to automatically board me with no initiative test, because I did a slow speed maneuver. But I'm willing to take that chance. I am going to have this Diggaboy grab this scrap. So I want all the scraps. Twin-linked Scorcha. Now this won't kill your knob, but it could set him on fire. It will set him on fire, actually. So that's kind of good. We're gonna start with your knob. So it's strength 5, AP 4, and you have 2 wounds, but it's gonna set you on fire if it actually wounds you. But strength 5 against your toughness 4.
You bet.
3's to wound. And it's a wound, and he's on fire.
Oh no. Poor fella.
So he's on fire, and he's down to a wound. We did hit the vehicle as well, and it does D3 hits against a vehicle. Oh, 3 again!
Oh no.
And we got 3 locations hit. So we've got Gubbins, driver, but you don't have any Gubbins. So that would be driver, engine. Good thing you got the extra armor. Against the driver, strength 5 versus armor 9, because you have the extra armor. Nothing. And then the 2 hits against the engines. Now, in case you wondered why I didn't re-roll the armor pen, because twin-linked, we're using the 40k rules for that, which is you only re-roll to wound. So against the engines, strength 5 versus armor 11s, and he's... Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I need 6s. Oh, it was a rocket before? No, wait, never mind. It was a crack stick bomb. That's what it was. 6s. Nothing. Oh, you escaped again. Biker back here is going to throw a crack stick bomb at your buggy. He did do a thrust, so he's hitting on 5s, and it does get hot. And it does get hot.
Ooh.
So the Diggaboy takes an automatic wound. He saves it on a 5+. Saved! But the grenade also explodes, hitting the vehicle D3 times. Now, the explosion is only a strength 3 hit, so it's D3, so 1 hit to the bike in the 4 location, which is the
wheels.
The wheels, yeah. Strength 3 versus armor 8, so 5. Oh,
there you go. Now you're rolling well.
Hoping for a 1 here, or a 4 or 5 and a lucky spin. Okay, so it's a spin. Hoping for a lucky spin here so I can still chase you. Nope. Actually, technically, I can still chase. It'll just be a lot harder because of the movements I'm going to have to do. To the commenter who pointed out that I forgot to make an ammo check on my Scorcha, you're absolutely right. And so I'm going to do that right now on a 4+. Oh, it's out of ammo!
Woo-hoo!
I only get to shoot it once.
I think you only needed to shoot it once.
Now over here we got the heavy shooter. It's going to fire at your track. Full auto! 4 shots.
Oh no.
Didn't use my thrusters, so I hit on 4s. We got 2 ammo checks to make though, and 3 hits. Let's do the ammo checks. Oh, I still have ammo! So 3 hits, 3 locations, and we've got the crew. We've got, what is 2? 2 is a weapon, so that's your rocket launcher. And then your gubbins, which you don't have any gubbins on this one.
No gubbins.
So that becomes a 6 for engines. Start with your crew, strength 5 versus armor 8. And we get a pen. Result of that being, oh, just a stray shot. So I roll a d6, and I have to roll equal to or under how many guys you have in there. Now you have 3 guys, 3 crew, plus your driver. So I have to roll 3 or less. No, I missed them all. Fixed weapon, armor 8, so 3s to pen. No, we got it. And the result of that is a 2, which is luck, not damage. It's at -1 to hit for the rest of the game. And then the engines, armor 10, so I need a 5 to pen. Oh, I pens! Oh no! This could end really poorly for you. Higher the number, the worse the effect. 2, gas engines damage. No gas engine moves for the rest of the game. It's your turn. Now he can put out the fire on a 6, because nobody's nearby.
He'll be able to roll another 6.
Yeah, he rolled a 6 the first time. That's what... Oh, so close! So now he just moves 2d6 inches in a random direction, and then it does nothing else. So it'll be that way 4 inches. It's like, oh, I'm on fire! And he also takes a strength 4 hit. We gotta do that too. And he takes a strength 4 hit, wounds him on a 4. Yeah, that's a wound, but he gets his armor save.
I kind of want him to fail. I need him to fall over.
Nope, he makes it.
There's the 6.
There's the 6.
First youth is gonna jump out the side of the vehicle and then move to pick that scrap up.
Oh, you're within. Oh, you're trying to see if you're just within moving distance?
Yeah, let's see if I'm within moving distance, which I am.
You are, so you can still shoot after that too.
Second one gonna jump out as well, and he's gonna run.
Want to grab the other one?
You bet.
You need that scrap.
Go over to the buggy. Move 3. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna turn this way.
Try to shake off the bike.
Yep.
Well, I gotta finish your gas engine move first before I do anything.
Then he's gonna go another 3 and turn.
Oh, head on. Okay, let's see if I can keep up with my bike. So I move an inch, and then turn, and then I move 3 more inches and turn. Now I'm not 2 inches away, so I'm gonna have to use my free thrust to get right here, and then I'm going to test turn because I want to be able to stay behind you in case you move again. So leadership test a turn, which I fail. So I move forward d6 inches, 1 inch. Woo! Thankfully. But that does automatically break off the chase because I did fail a turn. So now you can complete your move.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to thrust.
How many inches?
Let's call it 4.
4 is definitely enough. 2 plus. Made it. Okay, so you move into base contact with me, and this is a head-on collision. So you're asking for it here. So the question is, okay, so now we just basically have to play chicken. We both have to secretly choose left, forward, or right. And if we both choose the ones like left, right, or right, left, or forward, forward, then we hit. Otherwise, I swerve out of the way. And I am going forward, and you are going forward. Look at that. So we do get a head-on collision, which will do d6 damage to each of us. And we roll, after all of that, if we're not already immobilized, on a 4+, you become immobilized. Since it's your turn, let's do your damage first. D6 to me. 4 damage to me, not bad. The locations. Location. We've got the crew, which is the gunner. We got 2 on the driver and 1 on the engines. These are all automatic penetrating hits, by the way. So the crew location, what is the result? Ooh, 6. So I get hit by the weapon, or in the case of a ram, it'll be strength 4 hit. So 3 to wound me, because I'm only toughness 3. That's a wound, and I have 5 up flak armor, which I failed. So you roll on the injury table and add 1. And I'm dead. That's another 5 experience. So it's 10 experience for your spanner right there. So we'll just pop this guy off. The weapon is still technically there, so I'm just going to put it sideways, because you could still hit the weapon. 2 hits on the driver. Let's do these one at a time. The first one is cocked. The second one is 4. Obviously, this is also the first one. This is hit as by the weapon or strength 4 hit. So 3s to wound him. Nothing.
Oh.
So the second driver hit is going to be a 5. That's also the same thing. So strength 4 hit, which also does not wound him. And then the engine hit. This is your chance to actually do something now. 2. Well, gas engine's damaged, so I can't use my gas engines for the rest of the game. I'm not immobilized yet, so why don't you roll to see if I am. 4+ to immobilize me. I I am not immobilized. Let's do your buggy.
Oh no.
Worth it? Was it worth it?
Find out.
2 hits on your buggy. Locations. 2 and 2. Both fixed weapons, which become crew, which you don't have, and that becomes driver. So we got 2 hits on your driver. First one is a 2, so he's caught by the blast. He has to take a leadership test or swerve. Leadership 8 for your driver, right? Because he's driving?
Correct.
Nope, so he swerves. Which way are you going to swerve? 4 plus will be to the right. So it'll be this way. Uh-oh. And then you move forward d6 inches. That's enough to ram into the thing and run over my guy. Now, does this guy have the skid stop? Somebody has a skid stop one.
I don't have it, no.
No. So he's going to run into my guy, who will pass an initiative test of 3. See, he passed it. So he jumps out of the way. And then you ram into the wall. And that'll be D3 auto pens for a head-on. So 2 auto pens, which we will now resolve. Because we still have the other driver to resolve as well. So we got a driver right here. So we got gubbins, which becomes engine. Oh boy. And 4, which is wheels. So let's do the wheels first. I know this is lots of rolling. Upper cog links damage, reduce all moves by 1 inch. Gas and thrust. And then your engine. 4, the outright strut snapped off. It is immobilized. And then the last one is on the driver, which is 3. He's hit by a strength 4 hit, which wounds him on a 4. Nothing. So he just, bam, and he smashes into that and is immobilized. We don't have to test for immobilization because he already is.
The driver's gonna try to get off.
Totally can, right?
Yeah.
So how is that? I know there's a lot of dice rolling in Gorkamorka, and some people are like, there's so much dice rolling just for one little consequence. But when you're actually playing the game, it rolls pretty fast. And it does make for some really interesting scenarios that things just, like this. You slammed into me and then you swerved off and smashed into that. That could have caused another swerve. Who knows what else?
Driver's gonna try to jump out.
Initiative
You can go help the knob.
Oh, no, Josh. Roll a 4 plus to see if you take a strength 3 hit. You do not.
He was gonna be trying to get off the back, so.
At least you didn't get hurt.
Youth is going to run 4 inches with his scrap. Just to back there. This youth is gonna run and get back on the vehicle with his scrap.
Which will make the scrap kind of safe, right?
It's a gubbins now.
That's true. It protects the vehicle.
This youth is going to abandon his scrap and he's gonna run to try to eventually help the boss not be on fire.
Oh,
So he'll run.
That's a long distance to go. You can try though.
Rocket's definitely gonna hit now.
Yeah, it's hitting on a 5, so that's a guaranteed hit, right? Go ahead.
Why do you curse me?
I'm not cursing you, I'm just telling you. Hey, it's a hit! Now there is an ammo roll to be made, 6 plus ammo roll for
I'm
a
just
rocket
glad
launcher.
to hit with the rocket.
I know,
for once.
right? Nope, so you're out of ammo, but you do get to hit D3 times. 2 times. Locations. Both crew, which there's a gunner and the knob on there. So why don't you roll for pen for both of those, because you can't kill the crew completely with
No,
just
this is a
anyone.
strength 7 one as well.
Strength 7 against armor 8. So yeah, you don't have to roll then, because strength 7 against armor 8 is auto on 1s, and wins don't automatically fail. So 2 pens against the crew. First crew hit, the result is off the table. 6, so the crewman is actually hit with the weapon, so we're going to randomize it. 4 plus will be my knob. That's my knob. 2's to wound him. And this will ignore his, it's strength 6 AP4, so it ignores everything. So, and that's an instant kill, so you get to, instant kill adds +2 to the injury chart, but you don't get to add the +1 because he's a knob. So +2 to the injury chart, and he is dead. Congratulations. This officially ends the challenge between our 2 knobs. Ah! And then the other crew hit will be 3. Oh, it's a straight shot. You're going to have to roll a 1 to hit the remaining gunner.
I can roll 1.
I know you can roll 6s, but I didn't know you could roll 1s. Nope, nothing. Still not bad for his last shot. Got 10 experience out of that. Did a pen and a wound.
The spanner is gonna take a shot at the guy with the Ooch Choppa.
I mean, -1 because he thrusted, so he's all sorts of discombobulated. So 5s to hit?
5's to hit.
Nope. That's it for your turn, so back to the Digganobs. This guy's gonna run to get back on board with the scrap. It's my scrap now, with all my gubbins. I got 4 gubbins on this thing now. This Diggaboy with the huge choppa is gonna charge. He can charge up to 4 inches while carrying the scrap. Bike's gonna go forward an inch, turn 45 degrees, move forward 3 inches, turn 45 degrees. Then I want to get my crack stick bomb in range, so I am going to take my free thrust to here, and then attempt to turn. Leadership 7, he fails it, so he moves forward 1 inch, so we're still okay. And we're going to move 2 inches here just to not count as being stationary for purposes of boarding. Blunderbuss boy is going to move 2 inches with the scrap. Shooting phase, I'm going to throw a frag stick bomb at this youth. Now he has -1 ballistic skill for getting shot at, so it's a little harder to hit him. Now I'm going to have to first do a gets hot test. Does not get hot. And then we have our scattering. Ooh, it's going far, because I have a ballistic skill of 3, but down to 2. So it goes 8 inches. And that lands right here. So somehow, when he threw it, it went up there. Well, I don't even know how, but it doesn't matter. And I did fully cover him, so I don't have to roll to see if it hits him. So strength 3 hit, so 4 is to wound. No wound. Now I don't have to take an ammo check necessarily, but I have to roll to see if I have to take an ammo check. And on the 6 I do. No. I'm gonna fire the blunderbuss, even though it'd be hit better against the knob, I'm gonna fire at your youth, because the knob is on fire. So I'm not at half range, but I get -1 ballistic skill for shooting at you because you're sneaky and dodgy like that, and you're camo pants. So I hit on 5s. Nothing. I'm gonna huck a crack stick bomb, hitting on a 5 because I thrusted. Misses, but does not get hot. Heavy shooter, full auto, into your track. 5 shots! Oh no.
No, you've got progressively better each time.
Maybe I'll fail an ammo check this time. We're hitting on 4s. Yeah, 4s. Oh, with only 2 hits, 1 ammo check. 4+ ammo check, still have ammo. Location for the 2 hits. We've got 2 wheel hits, and it's strength 5 against armor 8, so we're looking at 3s. Yeah, 2 pens. And the first one, 4. The vehicle swerves.
4+ to be swerving to the right.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's gonna be like this. How many inches forward? Go high, go high. Oh no! He's gonna crash. Actually, you're gonna narrowly miss it. So that's 6 inches right there. The second one against the wheels is a 5. The vehicle spins. Uh-oh.
See where I end up facing.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna smack your side into the debris. So on a 4+, you'll take another penetrating hit. No, so you're fine.
Woo!
Now you've been kind enough to come closer. My driver's gonna throw a frag stick bomb, so gets hot. It does not. Let's do the ammo roll too. 6 to need an ammo check. No, so it does not get hot and does not run out of ammo. Don't hit my bike. Don't hit my bike. That is a direct hit. No, he's ballistic skill 3, so it's a 1 inch. So it's gonna hit your vehicle on a 4+. Does not. So we'll do this fight right here. We're both the same initiative, so I'll have my Diggaboy with his huge chopper go first. 3 attacks on the charge, and he's gonna hit on 4s because in weapon skill 3 against your 4. And we got 1 hit. Strength 5 because it's a huge chopper. So wound on a 3. That's a wound. Ignoring your armor, and the injury result is knocked down. But he gets to hit back.
2 attacks back, hitting on 3s.
2 hits.
Wound you on 4s.
2 wounds.
Woo!
5+ armor. Oh!
Oh!
Did you hit him with the bottle?
Sorry. Oh, that sucks. Your guy is down. He's not dead. It would give my guy 5 experience if I was keeping track of that for these Digganobs, but I am not right now. So we're gonna go back into your turn. With he's not immobilized technically, so you're down 1, 2 guys. Is that it?
Yep.
See, for all that's happened, you still have only lost 2 things. But yeah, kind of sucks. Let's check to see if your knob's still on fire.
Oh.
6s. You're good at rolling these. 6s, and he'll go out. Oh, the fire goes out! He gets to act normally this turn. I think this is when it turns around. This is when it turns around.
Knob's going to go, and he's going to charge this guy.
Go for it. I don't think you have to measure that. You're definitely
No.
within 8 inches.
So he'll end up. There we go. Okay, boss is not on fire anymore, so I'm running back. He.
It's mine.
Gunner is going to get out of vehicle
Yeah, what good is a rocket launcher with a luck nut damage that has no ammo left?
and place him right there.
No check required. Now what does he want to do? Does he want to charge the bike, charge the buggy?
He will charge the bike.
Okay, just go for it.
Yep. So
You're within 8 inches, and I got to take an initiative
He's a -1
test.
move, but eh.
-1 move?
He's -1 move because he had an injured leg.
So
but
that means he
still
would
gonna be
charge 6 inches,
Yeah.
but he's fine. So he has to make an initiative test, which you are stellar at doing. Initiative what, 3 on him?
He's just, the regular initiative 3.
Oh no, he failed it. On a 4+, he takes a strength 3 hit. Yep, strength 3 hit, 5's to wound. Okay, he's not dead.
This boy... No, he's only going... Sorry, he's one of the youths. No, he's
He can't get there because it
going
veered away.
slower.
He's like, oh, come back!
So yeah, he's gonna run up to get closer and bring his scrap with him.
Now, if he's holding on to the scrap at the end of the game, he gets some extra experience.
It's a big deal for them.
Not worth it.
Youth on board my tracks and shoot full auto into your truck. Come on, big guy. You owe me.
Oh,
Woo.
3 shots.
Looking for 5s.
Yeah, because the youth, that's right. 1 ammo check. Why don't you do that really quick? 4+. He still has ammo. He's got 2 hit locations. You got the weapon and the engines. So the weapon you were going to damage on a 4. Nope. And the engine's on a 6. Nothing. Got 1 close combat to do. And I am totally dead. You just watch. Well, you know what? I've been calling it this far. You're going to whip everything.
Stop.
Because, you know, you have 4 attacks on charge, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Totally, you can't do... Oh, I failed! Okay. All right, don't get excited. 2s to wound. 2 wounds. You get to roll twice, adding 3, because you insta-killed, and it's +1 because I'm not a knob. So as long as you don't roll double 1s, he's dead. 4 becomes a 7, and he's dead. 5 experience for your knob. And you saved your precious spanner, who gets to stand up at the end of your turn.
Thanks, boss.
So at this point, I've lost 3 out of 12 of my guys, which is 25%, which with our rules, I can choose to bottle out. We're at 50%, we have to actually start testing to bottle out. And I'm actually going to choose to bottle out at this point. I would have liked to have 1 more scrap counter, but now that knob is not on fire, he's just going to pick a target and murder it, unless he has to try to make an initiative test, in which case he will lose. And so my guys are actually going to bottle out. So we got 2 guys with scrap counters. I will have to test to see if they keep them, and although not the one of the vehicle as much, but yeah, I'm going to bottle out now, which means it is a Desert Squigs victory. We have a lot of rolls to do after the game, of course. First, I have to see if I drop any scrap, because if I drop any, then he gets it. Leadership test on the Digganob. He drops it, so that's yours, and on a 1, I drop it out of the vehicle. Oh, you got both of them! And then I have 3 serious injuries to roll for, so even though I'm not going to keep track of these guys in the long run, they could get captured, which would allow you, if you bought a slaver, to work them in the mines. So the knob is 55, that's a full recovery. The boy right there is a 51, that's a full recovery. And the gunner is a 15, which is dead, so he just dies, but the other ones get full recovery. There's no serious injuries for you, but your 1 vehicle was immobilized, so on a 2+ it's fine, on a 1 it's crippled. Oh! Vehicle permanent damage. So D66, 24, oh, it's a fixer-upper. So this recovery is attended with much sucking of teeth and tutting by the spanner, so it can't be used in your next game. Now we have a lot of guys that leveled up, including 3 of your youths went from youths to boys, is that right?
All 3 of the youths went from youths to boys.
Which means they get the automatic +1 toughness. So let's go through them one by one. Your knob leveled up once.
Correct.
So let's roll for his level up. And he gets a 7, which is a +1 initiative or leadership. Is he at max in either of those?
He's leadership 8 and initiative 5.
So no, he can be initiative 6 and leadership 9. So let's see what it is. 4+, it'll be leadership. Ooh, cool. He's leadership 9, so now he can never be usurped. Unless he dies, of course. We got Monty right here. He's a youth that's become a boy, gets the +1 toughness, and then 1 other upgrade. What is it going to be? 8 is a +1 weapon skill or ballistic skill. That's actually suiting because a boy has 1 higher. So 4+ is ballistic skill. Oh, that's too bad. He was a close combat guy, so he's got +1 ballistic skill. And this youth actually leveled up twice and became a boy. So level up number 1. 6, that's the +1 weapon skill or ballistic skill. 4+ is ballistic skill. So you got this +1 ballistic skill, and the second upgrade will be 5, which is +1 strength or attacks. 4+ is attacks. So he gets +1 ballistic skill and +1 attacks. That's a good combo. And the last one went up 1 level and became a boy. So +1 toughness and 7, and that is a +1 initiative or leadership. So 4+ is leadership. Initiative is probably what you want more anyways, because he's not a driver. We got Ugrot who went up a level as well, just for being in the game. And he gets 4. Hey, he gets to choose a skill. You get a roll on driving.
You bet.
5 is, it's skid stop, which is leadership test to stop short of an obstacle. If he passes it, then he doesn't crash into something, but everybody on board must pass a strength test or fall off. Now let's do your income. Now your upkeep cost is 5 teeth because you have 9 guys, just shy of the 9 teeth upkeep. And then you get 3 scraps that you picked up and 3 that you didn't, so 3d6 plus 3d3. So 3d6, 8 plus 3d3. That's 2, 4, 5. So that's 13 so far, plus whatever you work in the mines. And now they're boys, so they actually get d6 each for the mines. So they can work in the mines, and the gunner could work in the mine. Do you want all 4 of them in the mine?
Yeah, let's send all 4 into the mine.
If you roll 3 6s, you're in trouble. Maybe.
I don't roll 6s, Matthew.
You roll lots of 6s. Whoa, okay, no you didn't. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. So that's 21 teeth in total. What would you like to spend your teeth on?
I'm going to start by seeing if I can upgrade the rocket launcher to do
what?
D6 better range.
So longer range?
Yep.
So you got to roll on the mech table, which is basically you want to roll a 4 plus, is what you're looking for here. Nope.
Oh no.
So we add a bit of trouble, and we roll on the bodge table. So yeah, and you still have to pay d6 teeth.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll d6 teeth, and it costs you 2 teeth for your effort. The fun thing is we don't get to roll to see what happens to your weapon until you first fire it. So, yay!
Woohoo! Whatever. Randomness is good.
What else would you like to upgrade?
I'm going to see if I can go for more armor on my truck.
So plus 1 armor. It's the same thing, you want 4 plus. And you roll 3. 3 is actually probably the best one to fail with, and he just doesn't do anything.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can make my buggy faster.
And kind of hope to roll a 2, so he fixes the
If I
permanent
roll
damage.
a 2,
Yeah, if you roll a 2, then he doesn't do the work you wanted to, but he fixes 1 permanent damage.
So...
Oh, 1!
No!
He's bodged. So you don't get to use him for a game, and then when you actually do use him, you gotta roll on the bodge table. Oh, it still costs you d6 teeth. Okay, it's only 1 tooth at least.
Last little bit, I'm going to give an ooch chop it to my gunner, because he's actually kind of fighty.
You just hold on to the rest of the teeth.
I'm going to hold on to the rest to see what the next game holds for me.
Okay, well the next game is not going to be against Josh. It's going to be against Quirk, and it'll be Muties versus his army, and that is going to be in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link below. Of course, if you got the special offer and you're not a Vault member anymore, go to miniwargaming.com/downloads to get it. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming.